All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. NFC Championship time. We got the 49ers taking on the Lions. We're going to dive into this game in today's video. I have a spread pick as well as 2 player props, so 3 total picks coming your way in today's video. Right now, 49ers sitting at 7-point favorites at home, taking on the Lions, and the total is sitting at 51.5. Before we get into any of the picks, guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. Let me know in the comments all of your thoughts about both of these games. Speaking of both of the games, if you're looking for the Ravens and Chiefs video, that's posted as a separate video here on the channel as well, so you can go find that on the channel page. But yeah, nonetheless, let's go ahead and jump into this game. So the 49ers, obviously the number 1 seed here, hosting the Lions. 49ers coming off of a game in which, yes, they won, and that's all that matters in terms of advancing in the playoffs, but they almost botched that. You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't for Jordan Love kind of stinking it up, I guess, in a sense, the 49ers could have lost that game. Niners, the better team in this spot, I will give them that, but again, who's hotter? Maybe even the Lions. Now, I know it sounds like I'm starting to lean towards the Detroit side of things. I can't get myself there. I do think it's a lot of points to lay as the 49ers, but that is going to be our spread pick here, number 1. I like the 49ers minus the points. I think that they're just like anything you can do, we can do better type of stuff from their side of it, both offensively and defensively. And they kind of got that scare of almost losing and being booted out of the playoffs last week. I don't think that they mess around. I think they come in here meaning business. And for what it's worth, the Lions have had like a great year. Like, they can hang their hat on this season and say that they had a really good season. Like, we're talking a year and a half ago, this team stunk out loud, right? So then all of a sudden they rattle off all these wins at the end of the year last year against the spread, crazy numbers, right? Have a good season this year, 14-5, 13-6 against the spread. Like, this team did its job totally. I just think the 49ers are that much better. So if you're on the Lions side of things, I get it. I'm not going to sit here and really try and talk you off it. Personally, I'm going with the 49ers minus the 7 points. Might buy it to 6.5 right now. You can get that for minus 130 on BetMGM. So don't really hate that number if you want to keep it within a touchdown, right? Minus 6, so even a 2 field goal game, minus 145 on DraftKings. So we could be looking at paying a little bit extra juice for a better line. But nonetheless, I do think that this is a good 49ers spot. I think that they're destined to be in the Super Bowl, and I don't think that they mess around this week. I think they get right to it. And not to say beat up on the Lions, but I don't think the Lions stop them. I like them to win by touchdown this week. Now, before we get into some player props, I do want to talk to you about Sleeper. I told you about them in the AFC Championship video as well, but they have 2 awesome promo squares going on right now for all users. Lamar Jackson's line and Christian McCaffrey's line both have been dropped down significantly. And if you're a new user, a couple things you can take advantage of. Well, you get these squares, but you also get your first deposit matched as well as a free Brock Purdy square, 0.5 passing yards. So go check out Sleeper, guys. If it's legal in your state, you need to be trying it out. Use the link in the pinned comment. Again, you get all those perks. You get these promo squares, you get your deposit matched, and you get the Brock Purdy square. So go check it out and sign up for Sleeper. But let's talk some player props here. We have 2 49er player props that I'm liking in this spot. First off, it's going to be Dre Greenlaw over 7.5 tackles plus assists. So overall on the season, Detroit allowing the 2nd most tackles against and the 7th most assists against. To the linebacker position, it's not as strong. They allow tackles kind of all over the field, but as a, quantity and I guess quantity versus quality, this guy's going to be on the field a lot and have a lot of chances at tackles. And the ball finds him as well. He's being targeted near 6 times per game. So yes, he's going to get the tackles on the run game, but also when he gets targeted via the quarterback. So I like his chance to get 8 or more tackles plus assists in this spot. Let's jump into OddsJam so we can kind of look at the best lines here. Guys, if you want to check out OddsJam, I have a link in the pinned comment for this as well. You get 7 days free, which is an absolute no-brainer. And if you use code GUYBOSTON, GUYBOSTON, spelling bee champ, you can get 25% off your first month. We're on the sportsbook screen here. I do have it set to NFL tackles, NFL player tackles plus assists. And this thing refreshes constantly because of all of the change here, right? But let's go ahead and look at Dre, and we can get the best odds. So average odds right now over is minus 120. You can scan all of the sports books that are pretty much in existence and look at what you're getting for best odds, so you never kind of misplay or get a bad price again. So we're going to try and find the best odds out there. Average odds odds -120, and some books even have this at 8.5. So the fact that we're getting it at 7.5, we do like to see there. Again, guys, go ahead and check out OddsJam. That's just one of the many tools that they offer, but it's great to get the best price. Why would you pay for a car, for 10 grand if you could walk down the street and get it at a different dealership for 5 grand? Get the best odds available. Hop on more than one sportsbook. Go check out OddsJam as well. Link in the pinned comment. But first player prop, like I said, Dre Greenlaw, because of the quantity. He plays a lot of snaps, and the ball seems to find him. He's hit this in 69% of games this season, in 4 straight games, and in 8 of his last 10. I will say, in those 4 straight, he ended on 8 twice. So it's not like he's going to necessarily blow this out of the water, but again, should have plenty of opportunity as this Detroit team allows plenty of tackles. So Dre Greenlaw, play number 1, over 7.5 tackles plus assists. Second pick here, and we got a big plus money play here. Christian McCaffrey, over 1.5 touchdowns. It could be receiving, rushing, whatever, right? We're not specifying here. But for plus 175 over on FanDuel, that is absolute value. Caesars, plus 140. DraftKings, plus 130. Again, shout out to OddsJam to identify some of these market discrepancies and allow us to get the best edge and value possible. But do I have to even explain why I like Christian McCaffrey to score here? This is the #1 red zone efficient offense in the entire league, going up against the 3rd worst red zone efficient offense defense in terms of what we see on the defense side of the ball for Detroit. And Christian McCaffrey, for that money, he's hit this, only in 6 of 7 games, but he's had plenty of multi-touchdown games as of late. So 3 out of his last 6 games, so 50% of the time. And we're looking at a plus 175 odds. I like that spot. In terms of red zone rush attempts, he is carrying the ball 63% of the time in the red zone target. He's the 2nd highest targeted guy in the red zone, only behind Deebo Samuel by a couple percent points from target share. Like, this is obviously a guy that you can bet on. I'm not going 0.5 touchdowns. That's like -200, but over 1.5 touchdowns for CMAC for plus 175. Love the value, love the line discrepancy, and obviously love the player there. So guys, it's going to wrap for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Obviously, go ahead, check out Sleeper, get those perks. Go check out OddsJams, guys. I really only promote things, I say this all the time, but I promote things on the channel that I use myself. I would not really promote like here's a coffee mug or something like that someone paid me to promote. No, like, yes, it helps me out when you guys use these tools and everything like that, but man, these tools, just have them in your repertoire when it comes to sports betting. But again, just to recap here, we got the 49ers. I'll probably buy that half point, -6.5. Then we have Dre Greenlaw, over 7.5 tackles plus assists, and then CMAC, over 1.5 touchdowns. So that's going to wrap, guys. Hope you guys have some great bets. Let me know in the comments what you're rolling with these 2 games. Very, very excited. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.